Hi, I'm Jessica of Sewn Anew. I am so grateful to announce that I am the new brand ambassador for HUSQVARNA Viking. I've been using a HUSQVARNA Viking sewing machine for about 20 years. Back in the early 2000s, when I first started high school, I had trouble finding clothes in my style, so I introduced the idea to my parents about making my own clothes. My parents, who always wanted my sister and I to have everything we needed to pursue our dreams, surprised me with this sewing machine for Christmas. It's the HUSQVARNA Viking Interlude 435.
It's a sewing machine! I wasn't expecting to get a sewing machine.
I started making my own clothes in high school. I even made my prom dress, and I discovered sewing as my passion. I majored in apparel design at the Rhode Island School of Design. While I was there, I did several internships. My most memorable was in London at Alexander McQueen in the winter of 2010. I worked side by side with his designers, and I was one of the last people to ever see him work. But that's a story for another day. Follow me on my social media to hear more about it. I graduated that spring, and I moved to New York City, where I designed at some major fashion labels. As great as those years were in New York City, home is where the heart is, and I longed to be with my parents back in the country in the house that my father built. So when my parents became terminally ill, I did not hesitate to move out of my apartment in Manhattan and move back home. It was a really dark time for me the next few years, and I stopped sewing. But the light in the darkness to guide me through was my husband, Derek. We got engaged in 2016, and I felt the spark of inspiration. I took out my HUSQVARNA Viking machine, and I upcycled my mother's wedding dress into my own. My daughter was born in 2019, and the ideas kept flowing. One day, I went in the attic and I took down a pair of my dad's old jeans. My dad always wore jeans, that was his thing. So I knew that had to be the piece to upcycle into a romper for my daughter. It was so special to have a piece of her grandfather with her, at the same time giving life to old clothes. This led to the beginning of my business, Sewn Anew. Since we've had another little rugrat to the family, it is a daily struggle to find the time to sit at my sewing machine. However, luckily, my daughter has found a love for sewing by my side. I just unboxed this HUSQVARNA Viking Designer Sapphire 85. It has the dual ability of sewing and machine embroidery. I'm really excited to see all that this machine has to offer, and I will be sure to take you along on the journey. So stay tuned, take care, thank you, bye.